NFL free agency is upon us, and these moves are coming in fast and furious.
They are, and a lot of big names getting big money. So what have the Commanders been up to today? Our team insider JP Finlay is joining us live in studio with all the latest.
You guys are both wearing burgundy, it looks like. You got the memo today. So here's what's going on. In the NFL, they have what's called the legal tampering period, a name that makes absolutely no sense. But what happens is teams and players can start to talk. Teams can try to make deals with guys that are going to be free agents. Everything becomes official Wednesday at 4 o'clock. That's the new league year. Washington has a ton of cap space, and as we saw last fall, they have a lot of holes to fill. All the reporting has been that they're going to be aggressive in this free agency cycle. Let's start with some of the players they've already lost. Guys we know are gone. We'll just call it gone. We know Tyler Biadasz, the center that had been here for 2 seasons, he's gone, signed with the Chargers. Marshawn Lattimore, that trade for Marshawn was a disaster. They cut him earlier in the week. And then Deebo Samuel. We left a question mark here because it's not official that Deebo's going to be gone, but I would not expect Deebo to be back. Now, finally, Washington got to work today. Now, I think some fans were a little nervous early on when a lot of guys were signing elsewhere. Washington was relatively quiet. Well, Adam Peters took care of his top offseason priority, getting a new deal done with Laramie Tunsil. Tunsil's one of the best left tackles in football. Tunsil's the guy responsible for keeping Jaden Daniels' blind side clean. They got a huge deal done with Tunsil, over $30 million per season. Tunsil's going to be here now through the 2028 season. Adam Peters said, I asked him at the Combine, what have you learned? What are you going to do differently? He's like, I learned with Terry McLaurin. That thing took way too long to get done. Not going to make that mistake with Tunsil. Sure enough, he didn't. They got it done first day they could. Now, this is the big move Washington just made. If you watched Commanders games last season, they weren't fast enough on the defensive front. They did not generate enough pressure. Enter Odafe Oweh. This is a first-round pick out of Penn State. Amelia, you might like that. First-round pick out of Penn State a few years back. Had played with the Ravens. Then he got traded to the Chargers. This past season with the Chargers, when Oweh landed in L.A., he was a different player. Everything clicked for a guy that is super, super athletic. I mean, his RAS score, these athletic scores that they give to players, was one of the best over the last 20 years at that position. Oweh is going to help this defense a lot, and they get faster, stronger, bigger. Then they're bringing back Marcus Mariota, certainly a fan favorite. Now, the idea is Marcus Mariota never sees the field. You want Jaden Daniels out there every snap. But they are building in some quarterback continuity. They've had a lot of changeover, right? Cliff Kingsbury's gone, David Blau's in. It's good to have Marcus back in that room. And then Amik Robertson is a corner they signed today from the Detroit Lions. He projects to be the slot, the inside corner, which should help Mikey Samerstill play on the outside. Go back to his rookie year 2 years ago when Samerstill was so good. A lot of those snaps, he was able to be outside. Robertson's a true tough slot guy. I think this allows for some more versatility defensively. I think as good as maybe Robertson will be for Washington, ideally it also helps Samerstill elevate his game back to kind of where he was as a rookie. Now, these are some other targets that maybe Washington was in on that have signed elsewhere. Tyler Linderbaum is a center that was with the Ravens that got the biggest contract a center's ever seen. Previously, the highest paid center in the NFL was $18 million in Kansas City for Creed Humphrey. Well, Linderbaum got $27 million per season. That is astronomical for a center. Good for him. He's going to go to the Raiders. Presumably, they'll draft Fernando Mendoza with the #1 overall pick, and now he's got a center. Alec Pierce. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this name. Absolute speed demon, played with the Colts, deep threat, vertical shot guy. Alec Pierce is somebody Washington was very interested in to come in here, pair alongside Terry McLaurin, have that vertical element in the pass game. He stayed in Indianapolis. He got an absolute ton of cash. He got the highest free agent wide receiver signing in NFL history. Now, a lot of wide receivers tend to sign extensions, never quite get to free agency. Frankly, for my taste, Alec Pierce, I'm okay with Washington bowing out when this thing got north of $25 million per season. Jalen Phillips is another pass rusher Washington was interested in. He signed with the Panthers. Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP, not coming to Washington either. Now, looking ahead, because free agency is just getting going, we got a lot more of this to go all week. Brandon Ayuk, we talked plenty about him, the former 49ers receiver. A lot of signs are starting to point to Brandon Ayuk possibly landing here once he's released from the 49ers. That should probably happen later in the week. Rico Dowdle is a running back that's had success in Dallas, was quite good last year for Carolina. A little bit more of a thumper, and then Bill could be the scat back he is. That's a name to keep an eye on. Tight end Chig Okonkwo played his college ball at Maryland. Maybe they want to add some help in the tight end room. I'm not entirely sure they're going to spend big there, and I do think Okonkwo will get big money. Trey Hendrickson is a name to watch. This is a veteran pass rusher that's been among the best in the league when he's been doing it. That's going to be a big number. Now that they've signed Oweh, I'm not entirely sure that I would expect them to go after Trey Hendrickson. We're just getting warmed up, though. We're going to be doing this all week. I'll be driving you guys crazy with these crazy names I'm going to throw at you. But keep in mind, the money these guys are making is astronomical. The NFL salary cap is now up over $300 million. There's cash to go around.
Wow.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, if I only
I had done something.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, JP.
You're welcome.